Following breaking news in Arlington, police say a suspect was shot and killed by officers early this morning.
Yeah, this happened on North Collins Street. That's not far from AT&T Stadium, if you know that area. Our Cleo Green is live on the scene with the latest. And Cleo, we hear you just got some new information from officers. What's the latest?
Yeah, Mark Kerr, I was able to speak to an officer who told me that fatal shooting happened inside of this Motel 6 here, right next to the stadium. He told me that a man armed with a knife was knocking on doors overnight. Now, the man at the front lobby, I was able to speak to him as well. He said that he made a call to officers around 1 o'clock this morning when he heard the commotion. That man armed with a knife knocking on doors. Well, someone actually opened their door and those two men got into a fight. Officers arrived and they were able to shoot that suspect. He died at the hospital, we're learning from that officer. Now, that officer also said that this is a high-risk area. They've been busy over the weekend dealing with several shootings that have happened. They've been busy once again over the violent weekend here that left 3 people dead across 2 separate crime scenes. The first, it happened Saturday night when people nearby told police they heard gunshots at the Stadium 700 apartments just a few blocks west of AT&T Stadium. Two people staying in this short-term rental were found shot to death, just 18 and 19 years old. And then about a half-mile away, police say a neighbor saw an apartment window broken, and when she went inside, she found a 55-year-old man covered in blood on the floor. Now, none of these crime scenes, these incidents have been connected. That's what officers are telling me this morning. But once again, a fatal shooting happened inside of the Motel 6 here. A man armed with a knife knocking on doors with guests staying here. As you can imagine, that had to be scary. And someone actually opened the door and they got into a fight. Once again, that officer confirming that they took down that suspect. That suspect is now dead. I do want to mention here that no officers were harmed, no guests were harmed as well, but a very scary scene here. Mark Kara?